Welcome back. What's up, y'all? It's TNT's NBA Tip-Off presented by Auto Trader. It's the Players Only edition. That's LeBron James. You know he's about 7 points tonight from reaching that 30,000 career mark. And he's taking on LaMarcus Aldridge. We know what type of season he had last year, but he's leading his team in scoring this year, rebounds, and let's see if he will be an all-star. Will he make the team? We'll find out in a minute. What up, though? Hello, hola, konnichiwa.
What up, cuz?
All that good stuff. We're Players Only, baby. We'll welcome back the band. You know we got a first welcome. So wait, let me explain. Players Only is for us, by us. We're the players. We have professionals behind the cameras and all that in our ears. So, you know, they'll make sure we look good. But we welcome in Big Shaq this year. Welcome, big fella, to the show.
I just want to say it's an honor to be with Isaiah Barron and the Black Ernie Johnson.
Thank you very much. I do speak to Ernie on rare occasions. No, but we got my man Isaiah. You know him from the Bad Boys, back-to-back champs. And he had 44 on the Lakers with that hurt ankle. That was cold, Zeke, yeah. And we got our man BD. Man, I want to ask you something, though.
What's up, man?
Last year you came in fresh. You Versace. I know you. I know how you do. Did you have a meeting with the suits and they tried to have you calm your style down? Are you selling out for the man? What's going on?
No, it's not so much selling out for the man. You know, it's the first one, so I just wanted to dumb down the energy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just make sure
hit them slow. People got to start slow.
Let me walk. You know, let me walk you to the fashion. Let me walk you to the fashion line. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
I didn't know what Shaq was really coming with, so I just wanted to make sure
wanted to wait to see the big fella. Okay. Hold on. Well, let's get down to business, fellas. We're here to announce the All-Star reserves, but before we get there, let's recap the West starters. And you guys know Boogie Cousins. He had Wilt Chamberlain or S-like numbers last night. That's Shaq-like numbers he had last night. And if you want to look at Curry, who's the captain, and you all know Durant, Harden, and Anthony Davis. Now, this is how we get here. The coaches, remember this now, get to pick the reserves, and they get 2 guards, 3 front court players, and 2 wild card picks. Fellas, so, drum roll, here we go. Let's get right to it in the West reserves. We're going to start off with Russell Westbrook. It's his 10th season, fellas, but his 7th All-Star. You know he's the reigning league MVP, 2-time scoring champ. But check this out. He's the only player to earn outright MVP honors in back-to-back All-Star games. Shaq, why didn't you do that?
Because I didn't get the ball a lot.
Oh, okay. The big fellas. All right.
The guy that I always play with just shot that thing every time he touched it.
Klay Thomas.
I ain't saying no names, BD.
Klay Thompson in his 7th NBA career. This is his 4th consecutive All-Star selection. Check it out. He's 2nd in the league in 3 points made, 1st in 3-point percentages. Draymond,
the bad boy.
You already know it. 3rd NBA selection, his 6th season. He's the reigning defensive player of the year. Check this out, fellas. In 2 years, he has not had a game where he scored more than 25 points. With 21 triple-doubles, his teams are 21-0 in those games. LaMarcus Aldridge,
Back.
12th NBA season, his 6th All-Star appearance. He leads the Spurs in points and rebounds, averaging about 22 and 8. He had 7 30-point games this year, only 1 last year. Jimmy Buckets. You know what he's doing for the 3rd place Timberwolves there in the Western Conference. This is his 4th straight overall selection. He's averaging about 22 a night, but more importantly, shooting a season high, a career high.
Now, he carved himself out a little niche over in the West.
Oh, yeah, he's doing this thing over there. And this guy is too, Zeke. How about it? Damian Lillard. He
made it.
First since 2015, averaging 25. 5 and about 7.
Stephen A. Smith happy that you made it.
And how about this? The rookie. He's not a rookie. No, he's in his 3rd NBA season, but he's going to be a rookie on that All-Star team, his 1st All-Star team selection. He and DeMarcus Cousins, the only players to average over 20 and 12 this season. So let's just take a recap again. Zeke, what do you like out of this? DeMarcus Aldridge, Green, you see all the players that you got. Any surprises to you?
I tell you, the surprise probably for me would be Lillard beating out Paul, because I thought Chris Paul, you know, just because his book of work and, you know, his legendary status in the league and everything, I thought he would be on the All-Star team. But, you know, Lillard has had a great year and deserved it, but I didn't know if the coaches would actually give it to him over Paul.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that they got him here, but I want to kind of see our picks and who we had over here, because a lot of us, I think we chose some different guys. But first, let's get to Barron. Barron, I don't know if you ever had aspirations in coaching, but if you were a coach, you could only pick 3. But is there a reason why you picked 4 over here, or?
Well, I wasn't really privy to the rules. I thought that.
What had happened?
What happened was,
I didn't study that.
lose, right? And I thought that it could be anybody.
Exactly. Now, fellas, I thought Lou Williams would have made it. Honestly, you know, with their team playing so well, they had injuries on both sides. I'm surprised, Big Shaq, he didn't make it. But I look at yours, Shaq. Lou Williams, LOL. Now,
You know, he's laughing at the list, and he has a right to laugh. But
Yeah.
you got to go with him and Dame. I think Dame is, Dame is solid, and he got snubbed the last 2 years. I wouldn't have been mad either if they picked Lou Williams or Dame Lillard, but he's definitely playing like an all-star. He has nothing to be ashamed of. He should be on that team.
with all the injuries, Isaiah, I mean, I think Doc Rivers has done a great job coaching this year. You have injuries to all of his players. Lou Williams coming off of the bench, he had a 50-point game. This team shouldn't even be 9th, 10th in the playoff hunt. How is it that a guy like Lou Williams doesn't get to make it? Is it just because it's so much talent, or is it because people don't like scores off the bench?
No, I think the West is so stacked with great guards. Yep. And if Lou Williams is in the East, right, okay, if Paul George is back in the East, these are two guys that make the All-Star team. But out in the West, I mean, it's just so much talent out there that, it's not a knock against you if you don't make the All-Star team in the West, because there's just so much talent out there.
BD, this is 13th season. He's averaging career highs, 23 points, 5 assists.
Putting on the show, the Clippers did, all of their best players were out. This guy is the best player on the team. He's the playmaker. He evolved. He's put on 50-point games. Every player that he went against, you know what I mean, he pretty much destroyed. I think that he deserved it, one, because he'll never get an opportunity like that in a situation like this again.
Okay, well, who don't deserve it?
Man, it's tough.
Who you going to take off the list?
It's tough.
I know it's tough. So,
You could add a DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah,
Just
I
a
got a
couple
question.
guys.
See, look, in my philosophy, it would have been more West Coast players to make the All-Star game anyway. That's why I picked Paul George.
Yeah,
now, how about
See what
that?
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you want to just pick All-Stars?
Yeah, I just want to pick All-Stars.
the best players in the league.
I like
East
that.
to West.
If you're going to do it like that,
Well, since you have captains and you're picking, you should just
let them pick out of the rest of the bench.
I like that.
But I have a question for the panel. Portland is 25-22. Clippers are 23-23. If the Clippers were 23-23 and Portland was 23-23, would Dame Lillard have still made it?
And they lost Chris Paul last year. I mean, his team lost, one of the greatest guards.
Because the Clippers right now are in the 9th spot.
Yeah, I really do. I think whether it be Lou, whether it be Dame, whether it be Chris Paul, I mean, all of them, you on any given night, you can pick. I mean, I think Chris Paul, right, with his body of work, what he's doing in Houston, their record, everything else, I mean, when he's healthy, they're definitely a big difference in their basketball team. I mean, a guy like him not making an All-Star team, he's probably sitting at home. He should be tweeting LOL, laugh out loud. He got a right to it.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what, guys, that I don't know if the fans understand, I think the players understand, is that you have perennial All-Stars like Shaq. He went 72 times. Zeke, I think you went 39 times to the All-Star. But the All-Star, for me, I remember guys making their second time. Like, it makes a career. It's almost like I understand it's a popularity contest, but if we don't respect the guys doing work at that one time, to me, it just seems like maybe guys miss out on that moment. Like, I played with a guy, Rod Strickland, never was an All-Star, led the league in assists. So to me, I'm a little more sensitive. I think, like you say, who do you take off? I don't know. But to me, I really hope guys get their first or second All-Star, and it's just not a popularity contest, but if you go to work like this
I think BD and Shaq got a good idea where there's no East and West. You just have
the best players.
You just take the best players in the league. And since they're picking, you might as well just...
We're missing out. It's like we're missing out on the show. Lou Williams been putting on the show all year for the Clippers. You know what I mean? Chris Paul.
But if he got to the All-Star game, would he put on the show? Or is he just going to be like...
He deserved to be at the show because he's been doing it. And every player in the league can really attest to that.
But are the All-Stars going to play this year?
I like that, Adam Black, not Adam Silver. Great job.
I like
Great
that.
job.
Yeah, a lot of guys that we thought, you still got to look. Blake Griffin, I think he missed 21 games this year.
Yeah.
Jordan, you still got some really good names on it. But what I see is funny is a lot of the guys that we really see a change in the league, not just by the stats and the players every night, but when you start not to see a guy like a Melo on the West. To me, that I'm not saying he had an All-Star year, but we're starting to see names of guys that went 13, 12, 11, and 10 times. So it's going to get interesting to see if anybody, Isaiah, is entertaining in this All-Star game. But hopefully somebody played D, Shaq.
I mean, you know, last year's All-Star game was entertaining to some people, but, you know, to us veterans and to us real basketball enthusiasts, we didn't like it. You know, we just want guys to go out, compete, and, you know, just play hard. And, you know, the score last year was not indicative of guys playing hard. I understand guys don't want to get hurt, you don't want to do that, but, you know, when I was in high school watching you guys played hard. You know, when